How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and today I'm reviewing LEGO Brickheadz set 40443. This is the Budgie set. It is the Budgie and the Chick. It comes with 261 pieces and retails for $20 in Canada, $15, I believe, in the United States. And this is one of the latest entries in the new Brickheadz Pets line. This is an absolutely adorable set. I really, really like it. You get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to this set. Obviously, there are no minifigures here, so we're just going to jump straight into the builds. So much like all the Brickheadz pet sets, this basically consists of 3 builds. The main Budgie here, the Chick, and the base plate to support them. So first, taking a look at our Budgie. This was my less favorite of the 2 Brickheadz pet sets coming into buying these. And from the front, I actually don't think the Budgie looks that great. There's some nice piece usage here and some more unique pieces than we saw in the Goldfish set. Particularly whatever this nose piece is not a piece that I have seen before. It's like a weird modified piece. Yeah, I don't even know exactly how to describe it. It works great as the beak, but it's something that I have not seen before, so that's interesting. But the front here is pretty simple and straightforward with just the usage of a bunch of plates and curved plates to kind of create this feel. But what you can't see on the box or the images, or I didn't really see so much, is the awesome use of these curved 1x1 tiles. They really help with kind of that feather feel and that feather look, and I love the way they look on this build. They look really, really good, and they look even better in person versus just in the video. So I'm a really big fan of how this turned out, and I don't love the way this looks from the front, but the way it looks from the sides and the back I think is really appealing. And likewise, again, what you miss from the front here is I love the way they've done the wing, just using these slanted plate pieces on both sides. I think that looks great, and it adds a little bit of depth. And again, the tail, the colors in the tail and the way it sticks out, all stuff that you can't see when you're just staring at it from the front. And it's not really noticeable when you look at it on the box, but really rounds out and makes this feel much more like a bird and much more like a character. And I was worried that it would feel more like a Brickheadz and less like an animal when I bought the set. But the addition of the tail and the way the wings are tapered and everything really helps make this feel like it is actually an animal build, and that was something that you couldn't tell from the box, and so that really ups the level of this for me. The stand here at the bottom is pretty simple. It makes use of these circular 1x1s that have the log printing on them, just to kind of create like a wooden stand for him. It's a pretty simple wooden stand for him, but it looks good and it gets the point across well, so I like it. Much like all the other pet sets, the Chick in this set is really just a scaled down version of the full-size Budgie, but in this case, he has quite a significant variation, actually. He's got a 3x3 head piece here. The way his wings are designed is quite a bit different. I really like the use of these, I guess I call them kind of like claw pieces for the wings. I think it looks great, and I really like the usage of the staggered slanted 1x2s for creating the kind of tapered tail look at the back. I don't love how the back of the head looks very plain, just with the 1x3 tiles, and same thing on the sides here. I wish that there was a little bit more kind of texture and depth like there is on the adult build, and I think that's a little bit lacking in this smaller one. And the proportions also look a little bit more off with the head size over the tail and stuff. So this is a slightly less appealing build for me, and it's exactly the same idea for the base that it's sitting on with the kind of wooden pedestal there. So overall, this is a decent build and deviates a little bit more from the original in terms of style and look, but unfortunately in this case, I actually don't find that a good thing. So briefly talking about the base here, there are 2, like all of these, there are 2 different prints that you can put at the front, one feathers and one with little footprints here. I just kind of stuck it on the back of the plate here for easy storage, but that is interchangeable at the front if you felt like doing that, and they are stickered pieces just to add a little accent. As for the base here, I think this is basically identical to the other 2 pet sets that we got earlier in the year. So it's not like the Goldfish one that was a little bit more unique. It just has these modified tiles around the edge to create like a bit of a box or a rim, and nothing else going on here like on the base plate for the Goldfish. So I don't like the design of this as much, and it was one of my big drawbacks with the pet sets from earlier this year, is I really didn't like the bases that were built for them, and that continues here and is a bigger drawback than it was in the Goldfish set, just because it's less original and more like those other ones. So this is what it looks like all put together, but before I give you my final thoughts on this set, let's quickly take a look at the box and the instructions. So the instructions for this set are pretty straightforward. You just have a single instruction book for all 3 builds here. And at the back, it does showcase the other pet sets. And that is really all there is for the instruction book. Nothing else to say here. As for the box, it is the typical Brickheadz design and size. It looks like the rest of the sets. Again, like I said, I think the box is a little bit misleading in terms of not being able to fully see all the details here, and I didn't love that. But again, I like the backgrounds for these pet sets with kind of the feathers and the footprints here, and just the little subtle detailing or wallpaper in the background. I've always quite liked, but other than that, there's not much going on here. It's basically the same as any other Brickheadz box, and then on the back, of course, you get to see the other pet sets. And again, like I said, you can't see the tail at all from really any angle, even the side picture here. You can't see the tail, and so that's my biggest gripe, and it makes it look a little awkward on the box, and that was one of the reasons why I was more reserved about buying this set, and thankfully that was alleviated once I built it. I think it was a nice surprise, but that's hidden from the box, and so that's one little drawback in my opinion. So overall, I do like this set. It was a nice surprise finding out that the Budgie, in fact, did have this tail back here. It really helps balance this out, as you can see from this side angle and the back angle. It really helps ground this and make this feel like a more legitimate set. The Budgie is a little bit top heavy, so you have to be careful when picking this up that you don't accidentally just like fling him off like that, because he's definitely more top heavy than some of the other Brickheadz builds with the way it's designed. But all in all, I don't love the yellow color here. It's never been one of my favorite LEGO brick colors. The base design here is quite boring and similar to the other Brickheadz pet sets, and isn't different and more original like the goldfish one is. So there's a few more drawbacks on this set for me that keep me from really loving it, from that base design to the colors, to the baby chick being a little bit of a letdown from a design-wise, and I don't really like the features that it scraps from the original Budgie, having the open and exposed studs on the head and getting rid of the modified 1x1 tiles, I think was a big mistake and a waste of potential. And so all the things that were a pleasant surprise that I liked about the Budgie build did not translate into the chick. And so there's some drawbacks like that here that keep me from really loving this set. That being said, this is a fantastic value from a price per piece standpoint, with you getting 261 pieces for that $15 price tag in the United States. So you're definitely getting your money's worth out of this set. I don't think there's any question of that. So if you're purely looking at it from that aspect, this is a good purchase to get, but I would personally take the goldfish over the Budgie. But that's not to say that I don't like both of these sets still. I think this is a good set, and if you're collecting the pets line and you're trying to collect all of them, or if you're interested in this set, I think if you're interested in it, you probably will like it when you build it. But if you're on the fence about it, then, you know, like I said, good value for your money, but if you're on the fence, not sure that I think it's worth getting. But that is my review, guys, for the LEGO Brickheadz Budgie set. If you liked the video, click the like button down below to show your support. It's very much appreciated. Subscribe for more videos like this. I do reviews, speed builds, LEGO news, all that stuff. I try to stay really on top of the news, and I'm also always getting new sets when they come out to review them, so I can have reviews for you guys out right away. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, subscribe so you can be notified as soon as my new reviews come out, because I just did a March LEGO haul with all the new sets. Plus, there's a wealth of other content on the channel and reviews from this year and even going back. There's so much stuff that you can watch. So like I said, go check all that out. And with that said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.